Bukunmi Grace is an art director, wardrobe and celebrity stylist, and photographer to some of the biggest brands and stars in the world. She's worked with brands like Maserati, Target, and Nike. She's photographed worldwide superstars from Paris Hilton to Dua Lipa to French Montana, Hailey Baldwin, Sweetie, Snoop Dogg, Charlie XCX, Michael B. Jordan, and many more. Her recent shoot with global superstar Selena Gomez went viral immediately after the photos were released as a part of Selena's swimsuit collaboration with body-positive fashion brand La Mourette. Bukunmi is a creative mastermind with an undeniable talent for making beautiful and unique content. She's accomplished so many amazing things so young, and she's only getting started. Please welcome Bukunmi Grace to the hot seat. You've worked with some of the biggest brands and celebrities in the world, but your journey into the entertainment industry actually began with you attending the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, where you pursued a degree in international studies. How did your background in international studies lead you to become a fashion stylist and photographer to the stars? I believe having a well rounded understanding of the socio-political factions and actors at play on a grand scheme steered me into a path that would seek to incite a positive effect against the surplus of chaos that humans have historically generated. Additionally, my experiences traveling the world for my studies introduced me to a beautiful array of individuals with unique styles, perspectives, and purposes. The facet of my studies shaped a keen interest in particular aesthetics and systems. Although I pursued my studies to prepare myself for the path of a diplomat, I found that its true purpose was to prepare me to be diplomatic in the ways that I share my art. My education was highly multidimensional in its structure, and I believe it gave me space for my art to be as well. I've read that you seek out passion projects that are centered around social awareness and that you're actively pursuing projects that are centered around the foreign gaze and identities of otherness. What is the foreign gaze and what type of projects do you hope to bring awareness to? Yes, for some time I was seeking out projects specifically within that range as a means to deviate from the work I felt was lacking joy. Beautifully, after volunteering time working on a few projects focused on the women's rights movements, the commercial work centered around those efforts also followed suit. The next quest that sparked my curiosity was reclaiming tenets of my own identity and exploring how those tenets surfaced in my art. I liked the idea of the foreign gaze as it's self descriptive but also highly complex. To me, the foreign gaze is simply how immigrants interpret and create art made for American consumers. I believe the dissonance between marginalized groups is overwhelming at times and can perhaps be diminished by conversations around the art that we create and how modern and traditional foreign cultures are impacting such. My foray into exploring this topic was via a panel I held at Soho Warehouse, Los Angeles, at the start of the pandemic with photographers/directors Sarah Baba, Sasha Samsonova, and Angela Ko. I haven't fully explored this topic since, as I subsequently dove back into a 5 year study of African American ballerinas to release my first set of prints. However, I hope to explore this idea a bit more in the future through the use of storytelling and motion. You've worked with many famous people on an array of fascinating projects. You most recently photographed superstar actress and singer Selena Gomez as part of the big fashion brand's swimwear line in collaboration with her. What was it like working with Selena Gomez, and do you ever find it intimidating to work alongside people who are so famous? I had an incredible time photographing Selena with my team. I most appreciated that all the women alongside her were true friends to her, and they all just wanted her to feel comfortable and at her very best.
I've always believed every human is due the same kind of love and respect, but also recognize that modern society finds it entertaining to create classifications based on talent. I try to work as a scholar, and for that reason, don't find value in intimidation. Instead, I just try my best to provide the energy that is needed and desired.
You yourself are a beautiful model. Do you prefer being in front of the camera or behind it?
Thank you, that's very kind. I thoroughly enjoy both and would love to professionally model once I've accomplished my goals behind the camera.
With all that you have accomplished, how do you stay grounded?
I am extremely grateful for every single opportunity that I'm afforded. I don't take anything that comes my way for granted. Every single job I've had has been a learning experience, and that in itself is all I could ask for along this journey of mine. I meditate and believe greatly in prayer and practicing gratitude.
Is there anything else that you would like to say?
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Bianca, for reaching out and getting me to speak on these things that keep me going. It's been a real pleasure sharing a bit about myself, so thank you so much for giving me the time and using your platform to highlight little old me.